Yes. Wait, hold on.
My daughter, she is my why. Because that little girl, she's the best why that I could ever have. God's blessed you with that girl. You have a chance to be there for her for the rest of your life. I hope that one day, little Miss Abigail, and I'm going to try not to get emotional, but I hope that one day, little Miss Abigail gets to see these videos, and I hope that she's proud of me, and I hope that she says, man, my daddy loved me so much that he was willing to change. The fat in my family tree stops with me.
How's it going, everyone? Sean, the Carnivore Trucker, and today we have a very special guest, the man, the myth, the legend, Carnivore Kipp. What's going on, man?
How's it going, Sean? You doing all right, buddy?
Pretty good, pretty good.
I just want to say that, dude, you trying to make me tear up watching that video because that's the first time I've seen that video. Like I watched it live as everyone else seen it, and that's pretty cool, man. Thank you. I really appreciate that. That was neat.
Yeah, you're welcome. I usually try to make like I did with Alia, like a joke intro, but man, I couldn't find anything up for you, so I just decided to go inspiring for you.
I loved it. That was cool.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
glad you
watch
enjoyed it. But yeah. Well, anyway, I know you were streaming on both channels, but and everybody knows your story. But for the two people on my channel who probably might not know your story, can we get started on that?
Yeah, and hey, you got more than 2 subscribers. Your subscriber count's going up, and before I get into my story, I just wanna let people know, that are from my channel, y'all check out the Carnivore Trucker because, like, he's inspiring. He, drives a truck, and my dad drives a truck, and it means a lot to me that he's on the carnivore journey, but he's also trying to better his health and show that truck drivers, even though they have a job where they're sitting in a truck all day and they're stopped at Love Truck Stop all the time, they can still find ways to eat healthy and exercise and things like that on the road. So that's cool. But I guess for anybody that doesn't know, I'm Kip, and I started carnivore in January of 2023, and I've lost 80 pounds. I'm working on losing more than that right now. I had kind of recently been in a stall, but I'm working on it. But it all goes back to my whole life. I had grew up in the South and ate junk food and ate all kind of processed food each and every day. Diet was not something that was mentioned in my family's household. We were always trying to make the best tasting food. We didn't care if it was unhealthy or not. And so I've lived a whole 29 years of just eating junk food and donuts and fried chicken and everything that you could think of that's bad, especially in the South, the grits and everything. And it was catching up with me after years and years of doing it, and I was almost 500 pounds in January. And since I started this carnivore journey, because of my daughter being born, which I saw her in that little clip. Whenever she was born, I was like, man, I've got to do something. And that's what led me to this journey. And I've been sticking with it, and it's been amazing.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, from the top, you mentioned being parked at the Loves. I'm parked at a Loves, and like I was telling you before we started, there's a King Super, which is like a Kroger's right next door, and that's why I stopped here so that way I could go get groceries before I started.
Gotcha. Yeah, I stop at Love's a lot whenever we're traveling, and I'll even though I'm not in a big rig or nothing, I'll stop there because I like the restrooms and stuff like that, and then I like to get the plain hot dogs that's on the little roller or whatever, and I'll eat those as a snack. I know it's not like the cleanest thing, and I guess I could ask you while I'm bringing it up, do you ever eat the hot dogs, or are you like so 100% true carnivore that like you would never touch those hot dogs and you only eat the ground beef?
Well, I'm kind of beholden to where I'm at and my circumstance. Like, everybody talks about grass fed versus grain fed, and I'm like, I I'm beholden to Walmart's and Kroger's, so I don't get the cleanest stuff. Let's see, back in April when I was doing that BBBE challenge, I was being super strict, but uh, man, what some of my first videos on my channel was about how you can eat carnivore at the truck stops, and those hot dogs were on my list. But like I went on their websites and pulled up the ingredients list and all that, and had it right there, and was like, hey, this one has soy in it. Watch out for it. Yada yada yada. So
Which one is the cleanest? Just their all beef hot dog or something?
yeah, and their German sausage one I think was pretty decent. The torpedo things, but I mean,
Um,
I've done it before where I'll just go in there and get like two hot dog sausages and just put it in that little plate and back to the truck and eat it.
yeah. I mean,
But yeah,
I'll eat 4 easy, and there's sometimes where I've been super hungry and haven't had breakfast, and then, like, I've been, like, waiting on lunch all day and we're traveling, and I've ate 6 of 'em. And I know that's a lot of calories or whatever, but, I mean, this big
and
old frame can handle it.
yeah, we got to do what we got to do. Let's see. You need cholesterol to make hormones, and also there are a lot of chemicals that mimic hormones in processed food. Yeah, that's right. But what I believe it's Dr. Berry, he said, if all you can afford is bologna and hot dogs, then you got to do what you got to do. And that's kind of the point is like, there's super strict carnivore, like lion diet, and then there's kind of dirty-ish carnivore, like what we're talking about, eating the hot dogs and whatever you can afford. Uh, in my opinion, it's a lot better than standard American diet.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, I'm from Alabama, okay? So, I will tear up some bologna, and I will tear up Wiener sausages, potty meat, hot dogs, any of that stuff, it don't bother me. I grew up eating hog head cheese. A lot of people don't know what hog head cheese is.
Oh yeah, that's some good stuff.
But, that stuff don't bother me at all. It's perfectly fine eating actually, I'm thinking about doing a video at Christmas time and, showing everybody how to make like, you can make a bologna Christmas tree and use it as an appetizer to, like, whatever event you go to or anything like that, and it's pretty cool, like, you literally stack it up and it makes a Christmas tree out of bologna, and I thought, well, since it's a cool thing to do already, since I'm on carnivore, that makes it even better. I mean, yeah, it's not, like, the cleanest I mean, I could do filet mignon Christmas tree, but does anybody wanna send the money to pay for that? If they do, that's fine, I'll make it.
Yeah, that would be expensive. But here we got from 22Q Cat. Sorry, I don't really know the carnivore trucker story. Could we get some background on how and why you started eating this way? Thanks. Um, yeah. So I guess well, okay. I've been driving for about 6 years now. Um, when I started off, I was probably around, I don't know, 220, 215. And then over the past 4 or 5 years, I had, of course, gained weight. I developed fatty liver disease, non-alcoholic, and I got it confirmed at the doctor's office. They went in and did the ultrasound on your liver and was the doctor told me that I had it, and then she said that it could be reversed through diet, and that she would send me some information about it. And this was back in 2018, by the way. Um, and she never gave me information on how to reverse it. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna have to do my own research. And I started looking up on YouTube, came across Dr. Eric Berg, uh, his explanation on it and how to fix it and all that. And then that led me to Thomas D. Lauer for keto. So I started doing keto, and man, I followed Thomas uh, quite a lot during that journey.
Too.
Huh?
I said me too.
Oh yeah. So I did that. I was keto for a couple of months in 2019, and Thomas at the time was talking about alternate day fasting a lot, and talking about like cruciferous vegetables and all that stuff a lot during that time. So what I was doing, and I did this for a couple of months, was one meal a day at noon, and I would have a big bowl of salad with like bacon and then boiled eggs and stuff on it with the vinaigrette, maybe mushrooms, and then for to the point of where is he? I saw it. Yeah, here. I used to have a crock pot and cook up a bunch of cook up like a roast, uh, pig roast, rump roast, sorry, with like Brussels sprouts and whatever, what are they called? Cauliflower up in there. And so I would literally have a big salad and some soup for my one meal, and then that was it for the rest of the day. And then I'd walk about an hour a day. So anyway, I did that for a couple of months. Lost a little bit of weight. I think the lightest I got on that weight was around 225. No, 218. I think that was somewhere around there. So, and then I was on the road, and then my mom called me, um, saying that she'd been diagnosed with cancer,
Mm.
and so I immediately quit driving. Like I went straight home, and then I took care of her. I went off of keto completely. I was just like, just focusing on taking care of my mom. And then 3 months after her diagnosis, she passed. It was like by the time they found it, it was already stage 4. It was bladder, liver, lungs. So, like I said, and then after she passed, man, I spiraled down for probably a good 2 months. I was getting drunk every chance I got. Just a mess. I was a mess. Um, but about after 2 months of just spiraling, I decided that I needed to do something. So I got back into truck driving, uh, which is with the company that I'm still at right now. It's been 2.5 years. I'm still with this company. But anyway, got back on the road, and nothing heals like the open road. But to get back on the carnivore story, um, last year, last January, I did carnivore for the whole month. I don't think I was super strict. If I remember correctly, I was still having like little keto snacks just for that sweetness, which there's been so many stories about people with the like the keto treats being like their downfall. But anyway, so I did that, and then I had to even quit smoking. Uh, and so after January, I got back home and fell off the wagon completely again. And I didn't smoke for a good 2, 3, or 4 months after that, and then I fell off that wagon too. So, and then finally, come to this January, I was at my heaviest. I was at like 260, 250 maybe, and uh, I had it in mind to start carnivore for uh, New Year's resolution, and that's what I did. So January 1st, I went full carnivore and I quit smoking, which by day 4 I was ready to kill someone. Because imagine having sugar cravings and carb cravings and nicotine cravings all at once. It was really bad. It was really bad. But yeah, it's I'm coming up on 6 months of nicotine free. Besides that one pipe I smoked in March, but I don't count it. But yeah, that's about it. We could go into detail with what I do a day, but I want to get some of these comments. I gotta scroll
Real
up.
quick, I also wanted to ask you, like, what was harder, like in the beginning? Was it harder to be without the cigarettes or the junk food? Because to me, it just amazes me that you actually quit both at the same time, and you actually beat me by a day because I started January 2nd. On January 1st, I was cooking all kind of country fruit food. I had because it's New Year's, so I was like, man, I'm making homemade cornbread and collard greens, and I put oxtails in it and sausage and all kind of stuff and sugar and all kind of stuff in them collard greens, and they were amazing. But
Yeah.
the day after that is whenever I started. But I mean, I had a question like, how was it the transition? Was it harder to be without the nicotine or the carbs and everything?
Man, that's kind of hard to say.
Huh.
Because with the like I said, on the 4th day, I was ready to kill someone, and I remember I was out in the mountains of BFE, Vermont. There's no truck stops out there like at all, and I had made my delivery there, and like if I had hair, I would have been pulling it out. Uh,
Mhm.
and at that point, I was like, "That's it. I'm gonna stop at the truck stop. I'm gonna buy a pack of smokes and a cheeseburger." And so, fortunately, I was out in the middle of nowhere, uh, and then like 2.5 hours after I got out of Vermont and into upstate New York, back to civilization, to the truck stop, like all my cravings had subsided, and I was good. I was like, okay, I don't need it. I'm good.
Yeah,
Temptation's gone. So
yeah, super cool, super cool.
yeah, sorry, I'm trying to find. There was a question in here that I missed. I know there
Yeah,
was.
and make sure everyone hits the like button if you haven't already. That really, really helps. I see where my wife Mackenzie, she said that Thomas DeLauer sent me a birthday video 2 years ago. He actually did like he sent me like a actual video. He sat down and did it and told me happy birthday and everything. He was like, "Hey, it's your birthday." Because I was doing keto at the time, and he was like, "Hey, let your hair down today and eat cake and all that stuff," which of course I did. But I followed him for a long time, and I still like Thomas DeLauer. He's a good guy. It's just like while I'm on carnivore, it's better for me to watch people like Dr. Berg and I mean not Dr. Berg, Dr. Berry, and a lot of the other carnivore doctors. But honestly, I watch a lot of the carnivore channels too, even smaller channels like because I like to just see regular people and how they're going day to day and how they're making it through all the struggles. Because I mean, we can paint these pictures where it's all perfectly perfect and super easy and all this other stuff, but sometimes there's times where you might smell a certain food and be like, man, that smells good, or different things
Mm-hmm.
come up. Or me personally, when I'm having a bad day, sometimes like I always used to be like, man, I'm having a bad day. I'm finna get me like some terrible food for you and just enjoy it. And now I have to learn to, not do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah. It's sometimes it's hard to like walk through the truck stop without getting looking at like the candy aisle or something. Like that happened to me the other day. Like I was just like kind of meandering through and just looking at the candy aisle. I was like, wait, what am I doing? but the get a little bit off topic. Slipknot fan wants to know if you're a metal fan. If you listen to metal music.
Yeah, I seen that question. I'm
Yeah.
not really into metal. I've always been into growing up here, I've always been into country music and particularly older country music. Like I'm not into all the new stuff like
Yeah.
a lot of I'm not into all the flashy lights and all the whatever. I like it whenever they can sit down with their guitar and they can just
Mhm.
blow your mind with a guitar. I mean, I like some of the stuff years ago. Like my favorite country artist of all time is Keith Whitley, and
Okay.
I love his music. And there's a lot of other older ones that I watch. There's some good new artists, but a lot of it's too poppy for me.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
but yeah, I like a lot of the older country. But as far as heavy metal, I've never really been into that.
Uh,
But I mean, it's cool if other people are. Everybody's got to find what they like.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, not to stay on this topic for too long, but there are some pretty good like folk country newer bands that are really good that I really enjoy. Uh, that aren't as mainstream and poppy, which I do agree. Like mainstream country has turned into pop basically, and
Mhm.
it's yeah, it's not the same.
It's not
But
my cup of tea.
yeah, not mine either. But Amber needs carnivore or ketovore life. Sorry, great job on quitting smoking. I've been smoke free for 16 years now. That's great. Yeah, like I said, it's only been 6 months for me, and it still seems kind of crazy because this is the longest that I've quit smoking since I started smoking when I was 19, and I'm 32 right now, and that
Yeah.
kind of pains me to say, but it is what it is, you
Yeah,
know.
I'll never forget whenever you had that pipe in one of your videos, and I was like, "Dude, I'm about to reach through my screen and snatch that thing out of his hands."
Well,
'Cause,
okay,
I was like, "Go
I had
ahead."
to slip up. I had to slip up before that video, and I was like, well, you know what? If I'm gonna talk about it, I'm gonna show it off too.
Yeah, I was like, "Man, what are you doing?" I was
Hey,
getting worried for you for a minute.
but on that note, I still have some tobacco in my pipe. I mean, I only gonna smoke one more on my birthday in December. Like, just let it be known.
You don't need it.
No, I don't, but I want it, and I'm gonna wait almost. I'm gonna wait almost all year to do it.
Yeah. I actually quit smoking twice. Like, I mean, I used to kind of quit smoking every other day and try to constantly quit, but never did. But there was one time I quit and I quit for like 3 or 4 years. And then once I um, went off to college, like I started picking it back up again and was smoking up there with all my friends. And then it just turned into an everyday thing again. But I quit the last time I quit like maybe 5 or 6 years ago, and I haven't touched one since then. Like now, when I'm around people when they're smoking, like the smell is just. I mean, there's times if I've been stressed out, I was like, it smells kind of good,
Hmm.
but like a lot of times when I'm around people when they're smoking, like it almost takes my
It
breath
just
away,
smells
like I
bad,
can't hardly
right?
breathe.
Yeah, it just smells bad, which I
Hmm.
agree.
Yep.
So, but anyway, uh, sorry, I'm on my phone. Jammer Travels. Beef butter, bacon, eggs saved my life. Lost 90 pounds. Reversed type. I'm assuming type 2 diabetes.
Hmm.
A1C is now 5.4. Restored my eyesight back to 2020. No longer sleep apnea. Too mad. No fruit, no veggies. Uh, and I wish that my sleep apnea would go away already because I'm tired of that CPAP.
Yeah, that's cool that he reverses type 2 diabetes. I recently, beat type 2 diabetes as well because mine was, the last time I got it checked before I think it was 6.6. So I wasn't like like I didn't have the worst case of diabetes. I mean, it was just barely, but I mean, barely diabetes is still not good. But but now it's 5.6, and all that's happened this year since starting carnivore. And then and I normally get my blood work every 6 months. So in 6 months, I'm excited to get it again, or probably 5 months now. I'm excited to get it again because I think that 5.6 will be even lower at my next visit.
Yeah. Unfortunately for me, I didn't get my blood checked before, so I can't tell. I
Well,
can't
get
tell
it
you what
checked
my
soon as you can. That way you can at least see what it is now compared to a year from now.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
I really should. I really should.
yeah, because I mean, even if you didn't get it at the beginning, like, because your blood work doesn't go from like terrible to like perfect overnight. So, I mean, if your blood work was bad before, it's going to be better now, but it's not going to be just like perfect. So, you can, if you get it done now, then if you get it done a year from now, I'm sure you'll still see more improvements.
Yeah. Man, to be honest, on this carnivore diet, like I'm not hardly even concerned with my with going to the doctor all that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I
me
know it's kind
neither.
of
The only reason I get it done now is because I was already getting it done every 6 months because I was pre-diabetic at first and then became diabetic, and they were wanting to get me on all kind of medicine. That's the only reason that I go now. And then also because if you're, and I'm sure you get this on your channel, if not, you're gonna start getting it where everybody always asks, like, "Hey, have you got your blood work checked since you started? Have you got your blood work checked? What was your last blood work results?" And I'm like, man, I guess I better go get some blood work done so y'all can get off my back.
yeah. Really quick, uh, Mr. Blurgles, do not spam in my chat. This is your one warning. I will ban you. Um,
There's always one.
yeah, like you could talk trash to me. I don't care, but if you spam my chat, you're sorry, dude. You're gone. If I could figure out how to do that.
Do we got any more questions in here? Let's see here. I'm not up to date on the chat, and I probably need to not move the mouse that way I can keep up with where we're at.
I'm trying to figure out how to ban this guy. Can you talk for me, please, while I figure this out?
Okay. The let's see here. Someone asked about testosterone. Men have seen their testosterone increase from low to normal levels. Don Sura asked at 702 about testosterone, and my testosterone is still a little low. It's like low to medium, they said, but I'm working on it. And I've recently started doing this form of yoga called DDPY yoga, and it's created by like a guy that was, and I'm not paid by him or anything. That's not me endorsing him or nothing. It's just I'm paying for it myself. But a lot of people on here on YouTube had told me, "Hey, check it out." So I checked it out, and like he's got exercises for like people that are like laying in bed and they can't get out of bed. He's got exercises for people with like chairs and people that like have limited mobility, but then he's got like super advanced stuff. So I was like, I'll at least give it a try. And I've been doing it on my TV, like watching it on my TV and doing that for the past few days. And that's been working. But the reason that I bring that up is because a lot of people have mentioned that like exercise and things like that will like, and especially if I like lifting heavy things will help men with their testosterone. So
Yeah, yeah. This diet
oh,
really helps with
and I
testosterone.
wanted to, another person asked about the sardine fast, eating them for 72 hours. Have you tried the sardine fast, trucker, or have you not tried it? I haven't
No,
tried it.
no, I haven't tried it. I've been curious about it. Um, really quick. The spam is on your side, Mr.
Okay.
Blargles.
So
Um,
let me go down here. You just find questions and I'll go find them.
yeah. Well, yeah, I've been tempted to try that sardine fast because I think it was 5 Minute Body had done a video about it, really in depth. Something about the increase in ketones during the fast. Um, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't really know too much about it. But Peachy, Peachy, do you talk to other drivers about carnivore lifestyle? Yes and no. Like sometimes I don't want to be overbearing about it, but I have one video on my channel of like I had I'd run across someone who was working out at the in the parking lot, and I invited him to come work out with me, and we recorded a video of us, doing deadlifts and push-ups and stuff like that. That was a really fun video, and I wanted to make more like that. But yeah, I recorded a video outside earlier today, uh, right in front of my truck, and people kept coming by, and I started up conversations, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm recording a video for my YouTube channel. It's this. I talk about that. So it's fun. I'm still seeing this guy.
I'm trying to ban this guy, and it looks like it's still coming up. I normally have a moderator in the chat that can help me, but I don't know if I don't think I have a moderator in here right now. But I'm clicking ban, and are y'all still seeing comments from that person? Somebody needs to let me know if they're still seeing a comment from them. I'm trying my best to ban this person. I don't know what the heck. I normally don't have to deal with that a lot, but I mean,
Yeah, I'm seeing him on my end, and it's saying it's on my guest, and only guest can delete comments or ban user.
ban user.
Whoa, what's going on?
Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, it says they were banned and their comments were removed. So hopefully they're gone.
Someone on your side wanted to
Now
become a
now their stuff's
moderator.
coming back up. This is driving me insane. I'm gonna have to go into my phone. You just keep checking other comments, and I'm gonna go in here and ban them from my phone.
Okay, well, Jammer Travels donated $5. I think that's on my side. I can't really tell.
Sweet.
For a burger, great show. Thank you.
You seeing any other comments?
Yeah, but I have to go through freaking a million spams. There's one that I missed. I know there was.
I banned the user and it goes away and then comes back.
Yeah, this is weird.
I feel like I'm getting pranked or something.
John, sorry. Really bad at names. Question for Carnivore Trucker: what is your driving schedule like? Truck drivers, we have a 14-hour driving or 14-hour work window. So from the time I start my clock of the day, from the time I go off duty, I have 14 hours, and within that 14 hours, I have 11 hours to drive. I can drive for 8 hours before I have to take a 30-minute break, and then I can do the remaining hours. I usually start my day around 5 or 6 in the morning, and then end my day around 5 or 6 in the afternoon. And that's with like just driving, no delays, stuff like that. Sometimes I can be stuck at a shipper or receiver, waiting to get loaded or unloaded for. It's been like freaking. Sometimes it's like 3, 4, 5 hours. It's it's kind of rough sometimes, but it is what it is, and it's still worth it.
Dude,
Yes.
I don't know. I
Heidi.
like I do have hold on. I just made Heidi a moderator and I'm trying my best to get rid of this guy. Hopefully you can still read comments around this is what you have to deal with when you're trying to grow a YouTube channel is people being crazy like that. And I'm super sorry.
Oh, it's fine, man. It is what it is. It's stuff we get to the joys of YouTube, I guess.
Yeah, I'm looking on my YouTube right here to see if there's any more from him. So let me know in the comments, anyone, if y'all see any more from him. And I don't know what else to do. I mean, I don't know what else to do right now. I have to talk to somebody that has a a different YouTube channel and get recommendations from them, because I'm hitting ban on my phone on my YouTube channel, and I'm hitting ban through StreamYard on my laptop, and somehow he's still getting comments in.
Well, Heidi said that she put him on timeout, and I'm still seeing him. Jesus. So Carnivore Trucker, is there a dish that you cook at home and bring on the road? Not really a dish, but I like to go to my local butcher, and they have a deal where it's like 40 pounds of steak for like $200, $220, and I'll put that in my freezer that I have up on the top bunk, and yeah, that's nice. I pretty much only eat the steaks on weekday or weekends though. It's like my cheat. Cheating on carnivore with steak.
Mhm.
That's my treat. That's my treat. Well, I say it's a cheat because I don't time restrict, so that's a better way to put it. And Charger Mopar
Gotcha.
says the Carnivore Trucker has a great shirt. Yeah, there's a guy on Instagram. I don't know if you mind me shouting people out on your channel, Kip.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah.
Go
So
ahead.
there's this guy on Instagram called his username is Carnivore JT, and this was from his merch store. So he's great. He's a good guy.
Yeah,
Peachy
I'm
is saying
still
we might
seeing these
have to
comments come
restart.
through.
Yeah, Peachy was saying we
Yeah,
might
I
have
mean, we
to
might have to
restart.
hop off here and come right back on. I don't know why it's doing that. This is annoying.
Yeah,
So do you want to end the live and come right back?
yeah, we'll do that.
All right. Sorry, guys.